Miss me, we bump it, bump it. What the heck? Oh, my stomach. Hey. My stomach is hurt. I just ate a chimichanga. And I just went to sleep. I got up from being asleep, so why would I go to sleep? My stomach hurts. Did you hear about the housing grant? No, I didn't. I need to see that. I was gonna get something in my house. I'm trying to breathe. I'm not in love, it's just a game with you. I'm trying to stuff on that in you. But I don't wanna sleep. It's colder after 3. You're in my head like dum dum da 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 dum dum. What? Oh yeah. My stomach hurts. Yes, this is.
I remember first hearing about.
Oh my god. What?
So this.
I'll be alright without you. You know there's someone else. Anyways, I was gonna say something, and oh yeah, there's a website. There's a website. Yeah. Read between the lines. Like, yeah. My mom, I got some screenshots from the Discord, and I guess apparently there's this website, and my mom told me, like, oh, you should address it on your life, but the thing is like, the people that donated, those are not people that are donating because they think it's me. Those are trolls. That website actually generated $6,000 making a website about me and literally bullying me. That is so crazy. But yet, when they do it, it's not begging, or they don't get their stuff taken down. That's crazy. $6,000 off of me? That's weird. Like, bruh. Oh, thank you. I had to fix mine. Oh, I got some stuff coming. Yeah, y'all gonna be mad. I should have got it because it was only one size, but I don't know if it'll fit. You know what I mean? So, anyways, it was like leopard print, but it had like pink flowers on it. But yeah, I couldn't get it because it only had like one size, which was a 4X, and I don't know if that'll fit. So I got these other ones because I couldn't decide between the two, so I got both of them, and I got a jersey shirt. I keep telling myself I'll be alright. I can't be there. Do you guys realize that when I talk about things from my childhood, it's because I was the same age as these people say, like, oh, remember when you were reminiscing about children? Well, you have to be mindful that I'm a minor at that time when they're minors. Like, what is wrong with you? If it and you know what it's giving? It's giving, oh, you're grown. I was a minor at that time. I was not grown. So why are you trying to sound like a groomer? That's what groomers do. They're like, oh, you're so mature for your age. That's what you sound like. Ew. Because, yeah, when I talk about things, I talk about when I was a minor, too. Like, people act like I'm just talking about kids. Like, they're the same age as me. Hello. Oh, now it's like, okay, we're back. It's just so crazy because people are like haters. They're like, now I'm not varsity. People are, they're like Reamer University because Wendy's on there and I'm not watching it. Well, don't watch it. Like, let's see you go on Streamer University and do better. You can't. Why does it keep doing that? Like, you can't. Okay, let's see. There, I could block that one. Okay. I don't know how long it's gonna last, guys. You were there. Oh, I love 51st Dates. That's a good one. You know what I need to do? Maybe I should watch Happy Gilmore. she's doing good. Or Big Daddy or something. Mr. Deeds. There's nothing I can do. My data is running slow, so my data is running slow, and no, I'm not glitching. If I am, then I don't know, it's green, so why would I be glitching if it's green? And especially because people arrow. I'll be alright without you. You say yes I am, you just responded, dummy. Yes you are. But then you responded, like, hello? Why are you responding? What you say, boo? What you say, boo? If I was what you... I'm out of data. Wi-Fi don't work. I don't know what to do. If I is what you say. I really need to get Fortnite, so I haven't been able to get an Xbox. Didn't. Now it's stopped. With you tonight. I'll make you come through tonight. Hey. I need to get back into gaming, guys. Why is an Xbox priority? It's not a priority, but I want to start playing Fortnite again. I gotta fix this. This like snowflake star thing reminds me of like when you go into Vegas. Like, you know how Vegas has that like for their like design? I really want, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not gonna. But I really want to get it pierced in my nose. That way I don't have to, like, keep taking it on and off. And though you won't understand it, you're crying, that's for more. When are you buying an Xbox? I don't have the money. Whenever I had the money, I found this good deal, but then it got sold from under me. Like, look, I can't meet you. Like, you could have met me. I had the money right there, ready for you, and you want to... man. And it was like... that was like pretty cheap for an Xbox One. And it came with games. Yeah. You know what? My love is all I have to give. Without you, I don't think I can live. I wish I could give the world to you. More love is all I have to give. Anyways, I was gonna say something. I saw that Evelyn and Wendy are like Streamer University alumni, right? I saw haters in the comment section. They were like, oh, Wendy's gonna be there. I'm not gonna watch it then. Don't watch it. Like, nobody cares. If you don't want to watch it, then don't comment you don't want to watch it. Because obviously you want to watch it. Nobody says they don't want to do anything. If you don't want to do it, like, you can tell people, like, hey, I don't want to do that. But to come online and be like, I'm not going to watch it. Okay, nobody cares. Let's see you get up there and do something. You won't be entertaining. You're not entertaining at all. You didn't get picked for Streamer University, nor did you apply, because nobody would want to watch you. Like, crazy, right? And then you want to sit here and complain and get all mad because someone's at Streamer University. Let's see you do any better. You can't do any better. Nobody's going to want to watch you anyways. Bruh. Like, people be haters. And then they be haters so much so when someone defends themselves, all of a sudden they're a bad person. Like, again, I'm not gonna defend how she feels about the Hispanic community and saying that they never supported her. But at the same time, look at what y'all are doing. And you be talking about this girl's body. She had a baby, mind you, right? Your body does not revert back to normal. When you have kids, especially if you have more than one kid, your body is going to alter. And then it's not going to look the same anymore. Why are we shaming people? Why are we talking about people's bodies? Why are we talking about people in general? Like, please, like, how would I know? Because women talk about it online. They talk about how their bodies don't go back to normal after having a kid. Hello, that's what's very scary to me about, like, pregnancy, especially because TMI, it tears. Like, like, when you have kids, there's a possibility it could tear, and that's very scary. Like, there's a lot of things that are scary about pregnancies, and women come on here and talk about that, and, like, to be shaming someone is crazy. The fact that y'all talk about people all the time. How do you think they got there? Because you talked about them. And then you sit here act like you would be any better. Okay, go to Streamer University and let's see what you could do. Because I'll be like this. I'll be yawning. I'm not even watching Streamer University, but to be honest, like, some of y'all be so mad that people get there for real. Like this one content creator crashing out over the fact that mostly black people got picked for Streamer University. Isn't Kai Cenat black, or did we just forget? And why are you so mad? You scream at your phone and think that's content. You know, and I'm not talking about... I like Spencer's video, Spencer's Wall, But the other guy, there's another guy that's like, oh my god, bro. And then he has like that chipmunk sounding voice, like, you're mad annoying for real, and you need to go somewhere and just for like one day, just please. I don't understand why you're so mad over people of color being mostly picked for Streamer University when Kai is a person of color. Mind you, I don't really support Kai like that, because what he said about black Americans, we ain't forget. But it'd be mad weird people just like say, like, please, just for a second. Like, your content is annoying. You think screaming at your phone is quality content. Why would Kai want you there? Because all you do is scream. Like, what would you add to Streamer University? Nothing. But okay. Okay. Like, just be loud, mad, and wrong for no reason. I love this song. Bruh. My hair is fixed. I just slept on it. I fell asleep. I came back. And I was like, I just crashed.
Turns out.
This song went viral on TikTok, but I've been listening to it before it went viral. It's funny that the songs that I play a lot in my life go viral. Underneath the star, your love. Hey. Yes, Sunny D. Tomorrow I'm gonna make me some hamburgers. Ooh. I was gonna make hamburgers today, but I slept and I'm like, I'm not cooking nothing. I'm going to sleep. Well, no, not I'm going to sleep. I got up from sleeping and I was like, I'm too tired to cook. But I'm gonna have some, I should have some chili burgers. That sounds good. Hormel chili, put that on a burger. I'm just kidding. I just come up with the, a bacon burger. That does sound good. Underneath the stars. You've been wearing the same shorts 3 days. How would you know? I did. I was asleep. I slept all day. I was watching this guy and then I fell asleep and I woke up and he was still on. That's how much YouTube videos he had, I guess. I'm fine, shit. I am gonna tell you guys this is crazy. This chick that I know, she be pulling guys' numbers up to, what? I need that type of. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I don't know what it was. There's this guy there, right? Somewhere today, and he had colored eyes. Oh my god, like, just like, I got his number. I was like, bruh. The female's gigolo. I couldn't even. She got like 3 numbers, and I was like, 3? Three. You got, like, don't even, like, I'm not even lying, okay? I don't even get no numbers, okay? I'm sorry, like, what? But yeah, I got some new swim stuff. We'll see. Thank you for the rose. We'll see. People are gonna be mad. I had to, okay, so, I was gonna get, like, a random skirt thing, but then I had to get this, like, jersey, because it said, oh, well, you have to have an order over one or the other. Thank you for the question. I ended up getting this jersey. Because it sucked. I was like, man, I really I wanted it, but I can only get 3 items. I couldn't get, like, over 3. I couldn't get over 3 items, so, and I was torn between these swimsuits, and I was like, well, I want both of them, so I'll just get both. So I have, like, 4 swimsuits. I don't have bottoms to the Hello Kitty. Actually, yeah, I do have bottoms to the Hello Kitty, because the bottoms that are coming, I can wear those. The Hello Kitty. Yay! Hey guys. Oh, you have to see them, but I can't show you. Yes, yeah. I'm gonna go swimming soon. Hopefully they come soon. When I'm able to go. Who knew? Looking as fine as can be in your fancy car. Oh baby, bring it out to me. Turn your love, your speech. Forward and 5. Told you how I feel. The fact that this is JC Ches is crazy. I literally thought this is a black artist singing this part. Crazy. Keep it real. Out to me. I don't need no fancy cars or diamond rings. Oh baby, bring it out to me. Question how we can make this right. Give you I need every day and night. Oh baby, bring it out to me. I don't need no fancy cars or diamond rings. Oh baby, bring it out to me. Give me your time, your love, your space, your energy. Yeah, I do like Sunny D. That's my favorite. Sometimes I'll drink other orange juice. Hey, come on out your space, your infinity. Are you still down? Tell me, are you still down? Just kidding. It's there in your eyes, girl. I can see you in your eyes. I can see. I know that you want me. The more that I see you, feel inside. This is like the greatest collab ever. John B and Tupac. It's alright, baby. Turn your eyes, girl. And see that you want me. Yes, I have seen their videos. I block them. I like that car. He always says tongues touching. What the hell? Got to go back. Cause like, dang. I wonder if it is that good. I'm just saying. Shit. I think that's like sarcasm. I think you're just joking. Okay, Mr. John B. I had to cackle at that, I'm sorry. If you're serious, then okay, but I think you're joking. I really do. Ha ha ha, let's laugh at the joke. I'm just kidding. That's in Space Jam when he's like, let's all laugh at the duck. The double standard, like, he was so mad that this guy was literally getting a little too close to his woman, but then he's over there all up on another girl. Yeah, typical man. And he did it just to get back at her, but still, jeez. Still down for me, baby, you're still down. Still down for me, baby, you're still down. Everybody likes these like nose cuffs on me. They're like, I like them. I'm like, so I wear them. They don't know about this here. Don't listen to what people say. They know about you and me. Girl, relax your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. You're gonna have to play clean up. Jeez, guys. I should have not slept. Because I woke up and now I feel like crud. Like I'm the only one who knows your heart. Only girl in the world. Like I'm the only one that you'll ever love. I make you feel to me. Only girl in the world. Girl in the world. Hey. Why did they always drive? You should know you're my angel. Nothing's gonna make you fall from heaven. Hey, girl, I just wanna love you. Don't listen to what people say. They're not about you and me. Girl, out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. Thank you for the heart. I didn't say heart, please. Thank you for the rose. Just to make it through, you should know that you're my angel. Nothing's gonna make you fall from heaven. Girl, I just wanna love you. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. Out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. Listen to what people say. They're not about you and me. Put it out your mind, cause it's jealousy. Don't out your mind, cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this here. They don't know what we do. Jeez. Yes, I do. There's like I know it's here. I know it's here. I'm gonna search. I clicked on.
Helps you customize and save hundreds of car insurance.
Yes, I know they have it. That's why I blocked them. I love it. I love it. I listen to the oldies, right? Old. I learned on your hook, okay? Just forever. Know that I love you. Thank you. I had to block some people, bro. See? It's coming out of this. Because I slept on it. Give in to me, give in to me. I'll play that one and then I'll play Folded next. Cause the way I won't disturb this groove. Anyways, hey y'all, why do you keep coming back? Like, go away, bruh. How many accounts do you have? I block one person and then somebody else comes back. It's just like, you got anything better to do? Okay.
Yes, you signed up to chaperone your field trip. Really? Don't ever truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making more zero migraine days
that
possible.
thing does not.
Don't take if allergic. Stop taking and get help right away for allergic.
She always takes it with a heart of stone. She always takes it with the heart of stone. To me, it's been a lifetime looking for someone who'll try to understand me. Love is a feeling, even when I want it. Someone is over, it's right beside you. Tell me when I want it. Really? I'll be fine. Put a piece of mind. Sorry, I keep having to fix this nose thing. It just doesn't wanna. Okay, now it should be working. Excuse me, because now excuse me. What song was I gonna play? There's a meeting in my bedroom. So girl, please don't be late. There's a meeting in my bed. Oh God, I am so tired. I should have never went to sleep.
She wasn't hungry, so she gets it.
There's a meeting in
Nutella top. Take it and enjoy the Nutella ice cream.
Nutella ice
Every
cream.
spoonful.
That's wild. Yes, this is what I do all day. I'll be back, guys. Hold on. What happened? It's all melted. Like, it's all like, what the heck? That's crazy. It's like drifting everywhere. I gotta wash my hands.
Just a chance to win your heart. You can set the bar beyond the stars. I'll do anything, anything you ask me to. Say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to. I wouldn't come. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. To hold your hand and call you mine. I'm trying to be your man till the end of time. Oh, I'll do anything, anything you ask me to. I would run through a fire just to be by your side. When your heart's on the line, you can take my.
Please just assume. Sacrifice my life just to hold you. I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my arms. He was dating someone till I seen he had asked her to marry him. It's crazy, but it's true. Eat a salad. How about never mind? I better not say that. What? What is that? What is it? Bruh. Like, come on. What is that? Thank you for the gift. Like, get off my screen, bro. It's all on my screen. I need a new screen protector. Eat a salad. Eat your mom's hot dogs. I'm just kidding. What? That doesn't make no sense. Go away. Telling someone to eat a salad is... And yes, I do use a lot of filters, but go somewhere. Never meeting in my bedroom. So girl, please don't be late. Eating in my bed. Okay. One more time. Don't be recommended, girl, and don't forget the line. Tonight is gonna be the night, so bright. I like having you around. Down, be there, be square. There's a meeting in my bedroom. So girl, please don't be late. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Make me wait. There's a meeting in my bed. Stupid to me, Did I cut my hair? No, it just looks like I did, right? Shrinkage. Used to say one. Nothing yet. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Searching for, and you need to search no more. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Where did it go? Why do you guys keep spamming the same stuff over and over? It gets annoying. I didn't admit to nothing. There is no such thing as great BLs. Are you dumb? Like, why would you comment something stupid like that? I mean, in your nose. In my ear and in your nose. Why are you lying? Because boys love boys dramas is literally nothing about grape. So like, why are people just commenting weird random stuff? It's crazy. Do you even know BLs are like K dramas, except do not accept the relationship at all, and most of the stories just because obvious reasons. They're against being gay, which is, and a lot of those stories like, what is it, like university or school, and then you know what I mean, and then the parents usually on one side is rich and the other side is poor, and they have like a say, because like obviously your family's gonna be like, I'll cut you off, I'm gonna cut you off, like you ain't gonna do that in my house. There was one I watched where he at first, you know, they don't, it's like person shows interest a lot of the time, and then they're like, you know, like, I don't know, it is kind of like that. There was like one where he didn't really like him, and then it was like his roommate, and then his roommate fell in love with him, and then next thing you know, here they are dating, because then he started to slowly fall in love with him, and he was like a womanizer. He got all these girls, all these chicks. Next thing you know, he's dating this guy. He ends up falling in love with him. There was one that I watched that he fell in love with his roommate. So what he did is he tried to get the roommate to fall in love with him, but the roommate was into girls. He was a womanizer. That's what he was, a womanizer. And then eventually he fell in love with the guy, which is crazy. And it's a lot of like that. Like they're like, oh, they push it off as like, I don't like you. What are you doing? And then eventually they grow feelings for the other person, and they start to like them. And then they realize that they like someone of the same sex. But they didn't want to admit it at first, if that makes sense. They wanted to not admit it, I guess. I don't know. So, people could gift what they want. Why are you telling people what to do with their money, weirdo? Okay. Nobody said that grape isn't possible with boys. That's weird. considering the fact that what I watched is a love story. It has nothing to do with grape. Because you are saying because it's boys love boys, it's grape, that's weird. That's what you're saying. Nowhere in the storyline is there anything about grape. Like, that's so weird. Like, why do you just assume? Like, why are we even talking about grape? What does that have to do with literal BLs? That's so weird. Like, what does that got to do with anything? Seven deadly sins. Oh, here we go. Now you're gonna say, oh, that's a lie. Thank you for the tomato. It's so funny. Well, I liked what were webtoons, and I just like things, like I said, because back then I used to like and just scroll mindlessly. That's what I did, so. Now all of a sudden, it's from watching BLs to saying that I like something. Now what? Like, now you're saying something else. Like, people are funny. They say one thing and then they say something else. And that's not BL, by the way. You know what I wanna do. I get so excited. I like it. First of all, I briefly looked at what it was, and I liked it because I thought, oh, manga, you know, like, whatever. Just like a lot of people, you still liked it. No one said that I liked someone getting raped. That's weird. Considering the fact that why do you even act like you care? All the people that comes in here talking about, oh, you like grape this, grape that, are the same people victim shaming me and telling me that I was not essayed and that I lied about essay. So who are you to come in here and literally talk about grape as if you care about grape victims when you victim shame people? That's what I want to know, because it's really weird how people love to come in here and be mad hypocrites. They're the most hypocrites. Like, then you didn't say anything when people was victim shaming now, did you? You want to come in here and act like you have some morals when you don't. You don't even stand on your words. Because if you really cared about grape, then why are you victim shaming someone that said they were SA'd, and why do you allow it? Especially because a lot of people that you interact with have done that. You don't call out the Discord when they're doing stuff like that. You sure as heck don't call out the Reddit. You don't call anybody out when they're victim shaming people, but it's okay for certain people to do it, but not other people. Is that what I'm hearing right? No, it's not enough. Now you're mad because I'm telling the truth. Enough is enough when I say it's enough, right? It's not enough when it comes to someone who was a victim. Oh, that's okay. It draws a line when it's someone you don't like that's a victim. Then it's okay for them to go through things and to not come on here and talk about that and not say anything. Because what really, really bothers me is when I speak about my truth and speak about things that actually happened to me, it never happened, right? Like, men just don't come up to me and try to have sex with me. No reason whatsoever. Like, I can't even exist and just walk down the street without some man trying to sleep with me, and all of a sudden, hey, God forbid I say something, and then all of a sudden that never happened. It's just so crazy how when I talk about my experiences as being a woman, that never happened because I'm not conventionally attractive. Men do not look at women and say, I think you're attractive, so I'm going to grape you or I'm going to SA you. I just literally was getting off the bus going home and some guy grabbed me. So how is that totally okay? And then when I talk about it, my experiences never happened. As a woman, I don't experience things. Like, I literally had some grown man on Facebook say, are you a dude? That's why I said he was a woman and he was giving pussy energy, because he was on there literally like this. Okay, no one asked for your unsolicited opinions. Black women get unalived for wrongfully being accused of being a trans person. That's so crazy, considering the fact that your words do affect to the extent of that. Like, you're emasculinizing women and literally sitting here and calling certain women men. How many times are we gonna stop? Like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing people call Michelle Obama a man. The only man is the woman you're with in bed, because she's got a mustache over her lip. So I would worry about that man in bed instead of worrying about whether or not I'm a man. You should have seen his wife or his girlfriend. You ain't getting this, okay? You think you want this, you ain't getting this. And it's prevalent and clear that no girl of this caliber would want you. That's why you mad. Because you probably ain't getting it at home, okay? You need to just go talk to your wife, have a conversation, and hop in the bed with her, because that'll fix your frustrations right there. Men think we need their unsolicited opinions. Men think we need them to tell, like, I don't need you. Go. Wrap it up. Okay? Because you know why we have STDs is because men slept with animals. And you're sitting here trying to tell me that I look like a man when you probably have thoughts of sleeping with animals. So I wouldn't even worry about that. That's the whiteness in you, and it's okay. You probably have thoughts of sleeping with your sister, and, well, I mean, it's not okay, but for you it's okay. But for us, it's weird. And maybe you should, like, yeah, have a chat with your ancestors. I think you should. I think you should spiritually talk to them and try to understand why your ancestors did stuff like that, because that's really weird. I wouldn't, yeah. You're too busy worried about if I'm a man, but you won't talk about why your ancestors slept with animals. But I mean, this is why we have STDs. Look it up. Because a white man, and this is why whiteness came into it, because a white man slept with animals and carried a diseases which were known as STDs, and transmitted them to people after sleeping with an animal. That's why we have STDs.
Thoughts rearranged.
Like, that's not even a lie. You could just Google that. You know what I mean? I blocked the AI videos. If you are like, just go. Just block. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta get my portable charger. There we go. I better turn it down before you hear the charging song. Okay. It wasn't even that loud. Don't complain. Misinformation? I haven't even said anything that was misinformation, but okay. We're just listening to Coochie. Okay, well, whatever you want to say. Okay. What kind of man would I be? What kind of girl would you be if you did the same? 'Cause I don't wanna see her cry. If we lay down tonight, I knew I saw myself. I was like, I know who that is. That's kind of creepy. Nobody said I could sing the best. could run the streets with your thugs. I've been waiting for you until you get through. I'll be waiting. You could run the streets with your thugs. I've been waiting for you until you get through. I'll be waiting. I'll play that one, I guess. I can play whatever I want now. This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital.
You can run the streets with your thugs.
I've been waiting for you until you get through. I'll be waiting. You can run the streets with your thugs. Now that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Run the streets with your thugs.
It's very hypocritical of you to be like, rape this, rape that, but then you come in here victim shaming. You see, that's the very thing that I talk about. My experiences don't matter because, first of all, I'm not even going to address that. Two totally different things. Okay? They're not the same. So, I don't know why I bring up STIs when I didn't. I said STDs, not TIs. Why would I want to experience that though? That's a really weird thing to say, like you will never experience them. I wouldn't want to, so thank God. You do know that New Mexico is high for STDs. Thank you. That's why I don't sleep around. And there's nothing wrong with sleeping around. It's just like, be very careful. Make sure you're like protection, especially if you're not asking someone about their tests. Have they got tested? When's the last time they got tested? If you're not asking these questions before you sleep with someone, then you need to be very careful, because that person could be sleeping with a whole bunch of people unprotected and then spread it to you and you get about these in school, in health class, in high school. I don't want to contract those types of diseases because they're very painful. Some of them, it makes you hard to go to the restroom, TMI. But you just need to be very careful at what you are doing. There's nothing wrong with sleeping around. The issue is unprotected. And sometimes a condom is not 100% effective. So when it comes to pregnancy, I don't know about STDs, STIs. I don't know about any of that. So I mean, in a sense of like, if the condom is effective in preventing that, you know what I mean? But I just want to be safe than sorry, because if I contract something, right, like someone spread chlamydia to people. This was online. This was a huge influencer who is nicknamed Chlamydia Boy. And he literally spread chlamydia to someone and they didn't know they had it. Had they went untreated a week longer, they would have became infertile. Some of these make you become infertile and you can't have children ever again because of these things. Like, I don't know what was the point of saying that, considering the fact BF if I'm with a woman, right? If I'm like, you know, because I like said that my next relationship would probably be with a woman. Yeah, and I decide to carry, I could go that route, you know. If I want to give birth to my own child, just find a donor and, you know, but it's really weird. If I take one more drink, I'm gonna end up with you. Is that what you wanna do, shorty? No one was talking about getting late. Someone said I would never experience having STDs. Well, I am having kids. I want kids. But if I'm with a woman, different, because if I end up with a woman, then there are other ways of having kids, you know, because obviously. Yes, you act like I haven't explained this before. I am bisexual. I like both genders. I like both men and I like women. Like, do I have to explain this? Yes. I found out later in life, when I was 31 years old, that I liked women and men. It's not a hard concept to understand. Like, yes, there's a whole video that I made talking about being bisexual. I lost thousands of followers admitting that. So yes, to be honest, yeah, there was one person that I had. Well, I found them attractive. I had a crush on them. They were a trans woman, and it was like trying to understand my feelings and why I like this person, but then I came to the realization after I fell in love with a woman, not a trans woman, an actual woman. So, yeah. After, and this trans person was a person in my real life that I knew. So, not online or anything, because I know people try to say Lily Tino. No, not Lily Tino. yeah, they were trans, and I was just trying to. Hello, like you can't keep saying you're straight, but then you want to be with a woman and you want to experience things with a woman, and then keep saying you're straight. That's like DL men that sleep with men, but then say they're not gay. Like, how do you like? That makes no sense. Just come out the closet already. Why do you have to be underground with it? Why do you have to hide the fact that you're with a man? Just admit it. You'll feel a lot better. Like, you'll be so relieved after that. I don't understand what it is about being down low, about being with men. Just be honest, right? I had to be honest with myself because, you know, if people don't want to follow me or support me because I'm bisexual, then good riddance. My mom supports me. My family would be 100% supportive. I don't have to worry about whether or not my family would be supportive. I'm not afraid because at the end of the day, I'm going to walk in my truth. Whether people believe that I'm doing this for attention, you could believe I'm doing this for attention, but I'm walking in my actual truth of who I am as a person. I don't need to mask or hide myself anymore or diminish myself or dim myself down because someone does not like the fact that like I can't help that, and I hate when people literally try to sit here and make it seem like it's wrong. You explain that to me because I don't understand why the world is still so hateful. To tell me that I'm supposed to just shut it off, like I'm like, and I'm being honest, like you can't help your feelings towards people, right? You can choose who you like, you can choose who you want to be with, right? That, but like, I was not expecting that to happen, and it just did, you know. And people are a huge part of my life, like a huge chunk of my life. I can't just be like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to, because society is wrong. You're sitting here doing the same thing that is in the Bible, and it says not to judge, but you are judging someone for being who they are. Telling them that it's wrong because of some scripture in the Bible. No one's pushing anything on you to be gay. Me being gay is not saying like, hey, you need to be gay too. You don't choose to be gay, you were born that way. And to make it seem like it's a choice is really weird. It's not a choice. Just because someone is something, just because there's cartoons explaining about trans people, or cartoons that are literally bringing up the topic of being gay, is not going to make your child gay. That is like literally ignorance at its finest, because that is far from it. And if your child is gay, it was because they were born gay, not because they chose to. I don't think anyone would choose to go through the hate they go through just to even exist as themselves. That to me is crazy. And the fact that you have children, you keep continuing to have children that you will not accept if they're gay, then why are you having children in the first place? If you can't accept your child at all for whatever they are, then why do you have kids? That to me makes literal no sense. These people want to have kids, but they draw the line when it comes to if their kid's gay, they won't accept them, then don't have kids at all. I watched this girl get kicked out of her house when I was in high school, literally telling people that her mom kicked her out of the house and literally threw the religion at her because she was gay, because she had a girlfriend. There was only 2 gay couples at the school. One was 2 girls and one was 2 boys. And I'm pretty sure you could clearly tell which one got treated differently than the other. It was so crazy to see, because I had never really understood the sexualization of lesbians, because lesbians do get sexualized, only for the simple fact is that men think it's hot to see 2 women together, but when they see 2 guys together, it's gross. Like, and I didn't understand that was not okay at the time, because for me, I'm just, I didn't have no thoughts other than, why are they doing that? Like, this is weird. Like, all I would hear was jeers, because the girls up front, right, the 2 girl couples would be making out up front at the front of the bus, and the guys in the back would be like making some like comments and jeering and all that stuff, and I was just like, bro, what's going on, and then to finally figure out now later on in life, that's not okay. That was sexualization, because what makes that any different than guys? And I'm not saying that the guys should be sexualized. I'm just saying, like, it's weird. Like, it was crazy, because the guy that I knew in student government got bullied so badly that he wanted to himself, because the people at school were being homophobic, and I couldn't understand. I accepted everyone, right? I was in gay straight alliance, and oh my god, King Tut buried with the donkey. Just kidding. I just think of that. He's my favorite donkey. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonia, King Tut. Anyway, sorry. Not Trisha Paytas. That actually is a skit from SNL, and it's Steve Martin, and he made a song about King Tut. So yeah, I know people associate it with Trisha Paytas because she went viral, and then anyways, but no. Anyways, what I was gonna say is that it's just so crazy, because I felt bad. Like, I didn't know just what he was experiencing with the homophobia and the hate, and like, I couldn't say anything. I just overheard the conversation, and that, like, seeing people get bullied, I got bullied, and that really affected me at a young age, because I accepted everyone. My parents, when I grew up, I was taught, to be accepting towards everyone. I was never taught hate or to treat someone differently, and people are taught that, and it's like, what makes me any different from you? I'm just a regular person, except I like both genders. What's the issue? Why do you got an issue with that? Like, I'm just a regular person just like you. I shop the same just as you. I, like, doesn't make anything different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a regular person. You know what I mean? I don't judge people. How am I hateful? I'm not hateful. People are hateful. You don't have sympathy or empathy, Pixel. When you're saying me, literally, it's not about me. Because where's your empathy? Where is your remorse whenever people are being rude to me for no reason and talking about my looks and being anti-black and then telling me horrible, disgusting things that I can't repeat because my life will get taken down. Always the people that want to say that I have no empathy. You know if I have no empathy or not. They never met me in real life. You only know what people like. If people liked me, and I went online and said that I could say whatever I want about someone, you literally let people tell you how to think about someone, and you judge somebody based off of what people are telling you. You don't, it's not because you don't like the person, it's because you want to be liked. So you're going to hate someone that everybody else hates because you want to be a part of the crowd. You don't want to be left out, because if you even show any signs that you support someone that a lot of people don't like, you face the harassment, and you don't want to get what other people get because you don't want to step outside the box. You want to be just like everybody else and be a bully, harass somebody, and do all of these things because you know what you will get for defending someone. You're too afraid to speak your mind. You let people speak for you. And when someone says, oh, I don't like somebody, then you say, I don't like somebody. That's mad truth. A lot of people like to do the in crowd and be followers and not leaders, because you're not a leader. A leader does not sit here and literally say, I'm going to do what someone else tells me to do. I'm going to follow this person and do everything, that the other person is doing because I don't want to be hated. That's the fact. Nobody wants to speak up when people are doing things wrong. Nobody wants to call out the anti-black, the victim shaming, etc., 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 because you will be seen as a Tophiachu defender. Oh, God forbid you get labeled a Tophiachu defender. That's the worst thing to be called, man. People would really hate to be called that. They loathe being called a Tophiachu defender. That's the worst thing people hate being called. Trust me, I know that. They make it sound like it's a disease for being called that, when literally you're just standing up for what's right. You can't stand up for what's right, right? You're literally standing up for what's right. But you don't want to do it all the time because you don't want to be labeled a certain way. Then you don't really care about the topics that you're speaking on if you're allowing certain people to do it. That's like saying, I like you, so I'm going to allow you to be racist because I like you. I like you, so I'm going to allow you to be fat phobic because I like you. I'm not going to call out your behavior. I'm not going to hold you accountable. I like you. It's okay that you do these things, and I like you, and I'm just going to accept the fact that you do that. Some of you guys wouldn't be friends with someone that's racist. Some of you guys wouldn't be friends with someone that literally is victim shaming people. Make that make sense. Make sense of what is going on. Because clearly the line is drawn and you really don't stand 10 toes down on what you're saying. Some of you guys, morals, apparently someone said morals aren't real. But you don't have morals and values if your values draw the line. You draw the line at your values and morals when it pertains to someone who literally, right? When it pertains to someone that you like, then it's okay for them to do it, right? That makes sense. And to say that that's projection, you don't even know what projection is. Projection is your feelings. Like, let's say you're mad and you project that onto someone and say, no, you're mad, and start blaming them for something because you're mad. That's not projection. My friends and the people that I'm friends with in my real life don't do any of that. So why would I be projecting, first of all? They're not racist. They're not fat phobic. They don't victim shame people. They don't anything. So why are you saying that's projection? Y'all just don't want to face the fact when someone tells you the truth. So you try to throw it back at someone because you know they're talking about you. It's not projection if I'm telling the truth. You're just saying it's projection because the truth hurts. You don't want to be told who you are as a person, and you hate when someone tells you who you are because you don't like it, even though it's true. Truth hurts. A hypocrite is someone that does one thing and says another. How is that? How am I a hypocrite? I never victim shamed her. So if you're gonna bring that up, then bring it up. It was not victim shaming. I addressed a DM someone sent me. That's not victim shaming. Try again. I will give my life for you. And that's why you're bringing up candy because you're trying to deflect. You're trying to deflect. All of a sudden, it's not projection now it's bringing up candy because you're projecting. I already just said that. Just be crazy, something about this pretty girl. And considering the fact that you don't know my brother's ex, you've never met her in real life, and she's a compulsive liar. Now, I'm not trying to come on here and talk about her, but it's so crazy that you love to bring topics that revolves around my brother's ex. Why don't you meet her in real life and see what she really is? Considering the fact that Space Kitten was the one that DM'd that. I didn't say that. I literally was addressing what Space Kitten said. So how is that me victim shaming someone? Literally, Space Kitten sent me a DM because she was sent her tape, my brother's ex's tape, by her ex. She literally sent it to me and I said, look, I don't want to see that. I said, that's my brother's ex. On Discord, she had my brother's ex's S tape screenshot she took as a profile picture on Discord because she was mad at her. I don't know what happened. She came to me, Space Kitten, and Space Kitten said you were right. And she's not a good person. Okay, I already told you that and you didn't want to listen. You're right. Like, she's not a good person. And then all of a sudden started sending me a bunch of stuff. Mind you, it was probably all a lie because then later on back in deleting comments from the DMs, which is so weird. Like, if you said it, you said it. Why are you going back now after all these years and deleting something you sent me? That's weird. Like, I literally wish Instagram had a feature like TikTok where it shows that you deleted a message. So that's further proof, you know, right? Because I'll take screenshots and be like, look, see, it says shows message. To me and was telling me about the tape, and I said, look, I don't want to see that. Like, that's my sister-in-law. Like, why are you sending me this? It went everywhere because Space Kitten spread the tape everywhere. That's crazy. And then had it as her profile picture. she's the one, or they're the ones that spread the tape. And like then people started sending it to me, and I'm like, look, I don't want to see this. This is my sister-in-law. I don't. Like, why are you sending it to me? Like, why would I want to see my sister-in-law like that? Like, why are we spreading this? Like, it's okay. Like, you thought that was okay to spread that? That is so disgusting. Why do you keep repeating that? I wouldn't know. I didn't watch the tape. All I know is that's what Space Kitten received. And to be honest, I don't believe my sister-in-law. And this is not victim shaming because my sister-in-law is a compulsive liar. First of all, what she said about that video, what she said is not what she's telling y'all online. She lied. And you want to know how I know? She told my mom she went and cheated on my brother. When that leaked, she wanted to do some damage control and backtrack and try to come up with something because she didn't want to seem like a bad guy. She was going to see Wilbur and cheating on my brother with Wilbur. Let's be for real. She had my brother driving her somewhere, dropping her off, and then having the other guy pick her up and cheat on my brother. She admitted that to my mom. Now, this not here is victim shaming. This will never be victim shaming because I know this girl in real life. She lied. She's not being truthful with y'all. And you guys are the ones sitting here that saying that you won't feel sorry for me. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. She wants you to feel sorry for her. She lied to everyone. She didn't, like, I don't know if she ever went through something like that, but whenever I talk about something, I talked about being SA'd. All of a sudden, she has some story to go along with what I said. It was always like that, and if you knew her in real life, you would know. My mom had a stillborn, right? We were sitting in the car. My brother had the cabrio. It was the convertible BMW, or not BMW, Volkswagen. A convertible Volkswagen. It's a cabrio. Look it up. Anyways, we were in the cabrio, and next thing you know, over at me, she's like, so your mom lost the baby, huh? And I was like, yeah, I had a sister that was born before me and she was born dead. And she's like, yeah, well, my ex tried to run me over when I was 16 and I lost a baby. It was things like that. It was like me too, in the sense of like, oh, this happened to me too. Like, you know, if you had something happen, she had something happen. That's just how it was. And knowing this person in real life and seeing the evidence, right? It wasn't the fact of, yes, it can happen to people. This is not victim shaming in any way, shape, or form. This was proof that she was saying behind the scenes that some of y'all really ain't seen. And if I showed you the receipts, you still would be defending her. She was in group chats with another mom telling my mom straight to my mom's face that, yes, she was cheating on my brother. This wasn't multiple times. She accidentally got added to a group chat between her and my brother on Facebook. My mom did, and she was on there on the group chat admitting to cheating, and my mom was confused because the whole thing was there was a conversation, I don't remember what it was, and my mom said, what's going on? And my brother said, Mom, you got added by accident, just disregard it, or I forget what it was. He was like, Mom, you got added by accident, don't respond or whatever. She's like, okay. She just let it go. Then she had made a group chat where it was her, some other, I don't know if it was another girl, it was her and it was my mom, and she said, yeah, and I did cheat on your son. Of course my dad knew. My dad caught her cheating one time. She was in the room on her phone smiling really big and giggling while she was texting whoever it was, and my brother's at work. Like, this kid literally provided a place for you to live. My brother gave you a place to live paid for rent at the places you were staying at with him, and you have the absolute audacity and nerve to cheat on him, tell people you're a cheater. Why do you gotta lie and say something happened to you because you don't want to admit you're a cheater? That really affects actual victims, because when they come forward, people don't believe them. Tell the truth. It would be 100% honesty, right? You got caught cheating and you needed an escape. So, because you got caught cheating, you needed some excuse, so that's what you came up with. Mind you, those words never came out of my mouth, except for the fact I was saying that I was just saying what Space Kitten sent me in DMs. No way did that come directly from my mouth. So don't put words into my mouth. That came from Space Kitten. Because Space Kitten sent me a bunch of stuff on her, which therefore she backtracked all of that and started taking DMs down and started deleting whatever she sent me at that time. Because she sent me a bunch of stuff saying that her sister was abusive to her children, which I'm not there. I don't know. I don't know if my brothers witnessed any abuse when he was living with her sister and the kids. All I know is that they were eating my brother's lunches, the same lunches he had to take to work. He was buying lunches for him to take to work, and she was giving it to her kids. If you can't feed your kids, then what are you doing? Why do you have kids if you can't feed them? That's what I don't understand. And you're letting your sister take my brother's lunches and eat his lunches for work that was for his work to feed her kids? And my brother got mad and said, you need to tell your sister something and stop, and tell her to stop giving her kids my lunches. I was in the car when that happened. My brother got mad. He got into an argument with my dad, and he left. He took his stuff, he left, he moved out. He was living, at the time, he was still working, but he couldn't afford a place to live. So after he got into it with my dad, they got into a big argument. You know, he went and lived with her sister for a while. That's when they had that dog, Beto, that supposedly ran away. Anyways, I was in the car one time. We went to a car meet. And he was going to take me home. So he's taking me home. And he gets into it with her, and he had his lunches. He has his lunches squared away for work. He takes lunch to work. When he was living at the house, my mom would make his lunches for him to take to work. So, anyways, he bought TV dinners for his lunches. Her sister was taking the kids with that. And my brother said, look, you need to tell your sister to stop giving her kids my lunches. Those are my lunches for work. Now, mind you, my family is not one to deny people food. We will never deny people food. But if you can't afford to feed your kids, then you need to figure something out. All you have to do is just ask my brother, and he would have been gracious enough to help you with some food. You don't have to steal his food and give it to your kids. Like, what kind of a person are you? My family is not like that. I'm not like that. If someone says, hey, can I have this? I said, yeah, sure, have it. Take it. We could afford the hamburger, meat, and cheese. Otherwise, we just ate straight pinto beans, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because that's all we could afford. I would never deny people food. Like, someone always says, hey, can I have some? I'm like, sure. Because I'm not that type of person. All you have to do is ask instead of just taking. You're stealing someone's stuff, and then you think that's totally okay. Like, why? It's just the thing. And this is the reason why abortion should be allowed. Because then you have stuff like this. Are you going to provide for those kids if that woman can't? You want her to take care of a child, and then she can't afford to live, and then you're here literally complaining about that. But then you got mothers who are literally starving their kids or treating their kids horribly, or child abuse, because they didn't want their child in the first place. Which, I'm not saying child abuse is okay. I'm just saying it is so crazy. Like, do you not think of these things? You know what I mean? It's crazy, right? And don't have kids if you can't afford to feed them. Why would I go out and have a baby knowing that I can't live myself? I can barely afford to take care of, let alone a kid, when I'm financially stable and able to take care of myself. Then I take care of a kid. I'm not going to, knowing that I can't take care of a kid. Like, all you have to do is say, hey, can my kids eat this? Instead of just flat out taking it. My brother is working hard all day, and then he's going to have no lunches to take to work. So now he has no lunches. Then what? You know what I mean? It was things like that. Not to mention the animal abuse. Since you want to say we abuse animals, let's talk about Anna, right? Anna. He named her Anna from Frozen. And my brother had this, like, gerbil. No, was it? It wasn't a gerbil. What do you call it? A hamster or a guinea pig. I can't remember. You remember Anna? You guys, I'm pretty sure if people were way, way far back, yeah, I used to hold her on live. And he had, like, a ball. It was so cute. It was, like, in the ball and it would roll around. And he had her. He had her hidden from my dad because my dad didn't like rodent type animals. He doesn't like pets that are like rats. We couldn't have stuff like that. So he had Anna. And basically what he let her sister's kids watch Anna to learn how to take care of a hamster. It wasn't a gerbil. I believe it was like a hamster, guinea pig, whatever. So anyways, her kids let Anna get out of the cage, and Anna got stuck in one of those sticky mouse traps or something. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. All I know is Anna got out. Anna ended up under the stove. My brother was at work at the time, so my brother was working. And then he comes home to that. And then he had to rehome Anna because of that. Like, he literally was hoping they would learn how to take care of an animal, and that happened. So then he rehomed Anna. He had to rehome. I don't know. A chinchilla. I want a turtle too. I like turtles. Turtles are, yeah, they're cute. But yeah, I'm not even loud. You just think I'm loud. I don't like cats. I'm not gonna abuse anything. I never abused animals, so I don't know. Animal control found no signs of abuse. So why are we still sitting here saying I abuse animals when animal control said I don't abuse animals? That's very crazy. Yeah, she was so cute, especially when I held her. I don't know, I just love, but my dad would have never allowed her because she was like, he didn't like animals that were like rodents. But my brother would let her out. He would take her out and she would roll around in her ball. Because he had like the ball, and then she would like roll around.
Congratulate me. We'll say that.
But yeah,
I'm your congressman and your bosses.
I'm not mad.
Mexico is part of what makes it possible. So when DC politicians try to sell off our public
Because it's a whole thing, like, to even explain why people are being mean, they just love to follow other people. They say, oh, she's a predator, she's this, she's that, because of fake photos. Then they talk about things I like, they bring up appropriately, but they love to mention these things and try to make excuses because they're going to bring up a bunch of stuff. It's a lot to explain.
Her life is tragic. She has playlists on her TikTok, playlists dedicated to all the bad things happening to her. General incidents, restaurant incidents, fake friends, driver incidents. Incidents follow this lady wherever she goes. Everything bad seems to happen, doesn't have nothing good. Damn. That's rough. But she looks it.
People with kindness, I don't like somebody who treats people, especially service workers. If you don't know how to treat a service worker, then considering the fact that, you know, like if you go to a restaurant and you treat your server bad, I don't like people that treat servers bad. That's horrible. On them because you have a bad day. Then you in turn go back and say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it out on you, I was just having a bad day. Like, okay, just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you need to take it out on other people, right? Someone who is not hateful, who accepts everyone for who they are, like, I will never date someone who treats someone differently or who's racist or who's any of that. You have to have good morals and values. Someone who is kind, caring, generous, not generous as in giving money, generous as in giving your time. You know, you don't have to give money. You can just give your time. You know, I like cracking jokes and laughing with a person. You know, just having special times with people, making memories, things like that, you know, that, like, it sticks with you, you know what I mean? I have a Roku TV. I have like a Roku TV. So yeah. That's like the main character energy. She thinks she's the main character. I don't know, I just think a lot about things. First of all, I didn't pick up a cat and throw it. Yeah, they threw it. So what are we talking about? I'm supposed to eat something that cats are not allowed to eat, so you give your cat bacon? We did. I already explained the situation. The cat got out of surgery. We're only supposed to give the cat half wet food in the morning and half wet food at dinner. I don't know why you want me to overfeed a kitten because it's crying. When puppies whine, when cats cry, that does not mean they need to eat all the time. Puppies and cats are babies. They do not know how to control the portion of their food. Just like when people think they can leave for vacation and feed their puppy for a whole month. That dog's going to eat the whole month of food in one day. That dog does not know self-control when it comes to not eating large amounts of food. People have come home to their pets have died because they left a whole month of food. And the dog ate all of the whole month food in one day and exploded. If the babies eat too much, they will explode. You don't overfeed your pet. You're trying to tell someone to overfeed a pet is weird. We got a paper of how we're supposed to feed the cat. My brother showed us what to do to take care of the cat. Mind you, that wasn't my cat. That was her cat. So why are we even talking about that? It's crazy. How come she wasn't taking care of her cat? Why don't you ask that question? Why am I taking care of a cat that is hers? You guys don't ask yourself. You don't ask that. You literally love to bring up stuff that is like why she got dogs that she never took care of, or why I'm taking care of her cat. Her cats, mind you. My mom fed and gave her cats water because she wasn't doing that. Why should my mom be taking care of her pets she doesn't even take care of? Why does she have pets that she's not taking? You are literally saying that's an excuse? An excuse? What do you mean it's an excuse? I shouldn't be taking care of someone's pet. They wanted to buy a damn cat, then they should take care of a damn cat. To me, that's frustrating. I'm supposed to take care of a cat that someone bought. If I wanted the responsibilities of taking care of a pet, then I would have bought a pet to take care of. I don't have a responsibility to be taking care of no baby. She needs to take care of her cats. That's no freaking excuse. You're sitting here saying that that's an excuse that I'm supposed to take care of her cat that she supposed to take care of her pets. Animal control found no signs of abuse, not even with the cat. Animal control came for when we had the cat. They found no signs of abuse.
Remembering the time when my sister told me to get out of her graduation celebration pictures, even though I literally sacrificed my whole life for her to graduate.
Our graduation. How dare you? How dare you not validate me every second of my existence? You know that thing I
I didn't abuse the cat. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't abuse the cat. Animal control found no signs of abuse, so what are you talking about? What am I supposed to tell her? I don't have contact with her. I don't have her number. I'm not going to contact this chick and tell her to take care of her cat. First of all, that day, and I'm going to say what happened that day. That day, I ordered me a breakfast from Denny's. I ordered everyone a breakfast from Denny's. I was sitting there eating my Denny's, and this cat attacked me to try to get to the food it's not supposed to have because it had surgery. I was getting scratched up in the leg. I didn't pick up the cat and throw it like people try to say. I pushed the cat off my leg because I was getting hurt. I was getting scratched up. The cat was scratching the heck out of me. Okay, and obviously it was very painful. And on top of that, the cat was trying to get to the food it was not supposed to have. The cat literally took a piece of bacon and was trying to was not even chewing, was gonna choke on the bacon, because you want animals to choke on food, by the way. So I was supposed to let this cat choke to death because the cat was not chewing the bacon. The cat was swallowing the bacon and not chewing it because it was, you know how orange cats are? This was an orange cat, so it's orange cat energy. You try to take food from an orange cat, it's different than a normal cat. Try to take food from an orange cat and see what happens. That cat was swallowing that bacon whole. That cat would have choked. My mom tried to take the bacon from the cat. That didn't work. So I was eating my food and the cat was like that, and just like, not like like that, but just like dug its nails into me, and that was painful, like to get up. So it climbed up with its nails digging into me to get to the bacon. Mind you, the cat had already been fed. We fed the cat breakfast, by the way. It was not because the cat was starving. If you leave anything out for a cat, they'll take it. Leave a raw piece of chicken after you fed a cat, and the cat will fight you for the raw piece of chicken. That in no way entails that a cat is not being fed. Some of you guys really know how to take care of pets, but you want to make up the rules as you go and say that's not how it works. You know exactly that's the truth, but you want to change it because you don't like someone. If you leave a raw piece of chicken out, if you leave any type of food, a cat is going to get it and then fight you for it. That's just what it is. Even if you fed your cat in the morning. Just because a cat is trying to get food does not mean it's starving. You could tell if an animal hasn't been fed and looks like it's starving. That cat was far from starving. And let's get into it, because then afterwards people tried to lie because they found an orange cat at the shelter and said that we dumped the cat at the shelter. I don't have no say so of whether the cat goes to the shelter or not. She had a say. That was her cat. My brother didn't take no cat to the shelter. He took the cat back to her because animal control said, well, she needs to come get her cat because she was not taking care of it. My brother had to talk to animal control and tell them it was her cat. Why am I taking care of someone else's pet? I don't know. And if the cat was truly abused like you say, the cat wouldn't have fell asleep when my mom was holding the cat. I have a picture of me and my mom with the cat, and they're asleep together. That cat loved my mom, loved me. Like, that cat was not abused. Animals that are abused would not go to someone. Like, pets love me, dogs love me, trust me. Bulldogs love me even more. I love bulldogs. But yeah, they come up to me. They're friendly. They start wagging their tail. Dogs know if someone's a threat or a danger. Dogs wouldn't do that to someone they don't like. Dogs know 100%, right? My dog on the other hand, right? Because I've explained this. People kept coming to the door and the dog got aggressive. It wasn't because my dog didn't like me or I was abusing my dog. It was the fact of what kept happening. People don't understand that dogs also experience trauma. Dogs also experience a lot of things. Dogs experience emotions and feelings, and when something's happening, that's a thing, because dogs do feel what a human's going through. That's why they're service animals, right? Emotional support animals. Dogs are just as sensing as humans. People think that pets don't feel anything. Pets feel way more than you think. Like when you see those videos of a pet who loved their owner so much, when their owner died, they laid by the grave and didn't want to leave. Like, pets understand way more than you think they do. Dogs understand way more than you think they do. Animals do. They have feelings just like human beings, and when you think they don't, they do. Yes, they are living and breathing, but the thing is, people don't understand the way dogs or pets act towards someone. They wouldn't act towards that if they didn't like them, right? I've never had like a dog come up to me and attack me, unless it was someone that trained their dog to be aggressive. One time I did get attacked, but it was because the dog thought the dog was protecting his owner. That's the only reason, because the dog was in protection mode. What happened was, my friend's daughter went, we went somewhere. We went to a shelter to go eat, and we were leaving, and she had wiped her shoe on a dead pigeon. This was when my friend was alive, and she wiped her shoe on a dead pigeon, and she went to rub it on my pants. Mind you, she thought it was funny. I freaked out. I was running, because at that point, I'm a germaphobe, so that's why. And I went to run because she went to wipe her shoe on my pants, and this dog that was on a leash went and tore a hole in my pants, and the guy had to apologize. He's like, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "No, it's okay," because I knew the dog was just protecting his owner. The dog thought I was running at the owner to harm the owner, which is why the dog went in attack mode. It wasn't because, and I'm not going to be one of those people that puts a dog to sleep because it attacked me, because dogs are supposed to be put to sleep if they attack someone, but I understood the dog was protecting his owner, so I can't be mad at that, because, the dog thought I was running at his owner when I was just running away from a situation, and then I got attacked. So, yeah. I had a hole in my pants, and I was like, oh man, because I didn't really have a lot of clothes at that time, and I had a hole torn in my pants. So, yeah.
Tell me where we go from here. Tell me where we go from here.
Why would you invite me to your party? I'm literally your sister, bro. Like, why would you invite me to your party?
It's a rough social circle. Rough.
Be okay to take me here for a first date.
Okay, let's talk about the dog and people all over the floor. How many times do I have to address that? We had a puppy. She was not a puppy. She had cats. She had She was not training her dog to use the restroom outside. She got a dog that she was not taking care of. Again, defending someone who gets animals they don't want to take care of. Why am I supposed to be taking care of her pets? She would come home from work She would go straight to her room, put the dog outside, leave the dog to piss and shit all over the floor, and not train the dog to go to the bathroom. Pick one of you, and you're gonna have to take the dog and take care of it. What if you don't want a dog? You see how that sounds? Why would I get a pet knowing that I'm not in a position to take care of a pet, and then tell you you gotta take care of a pet? You wouldn't do that. So why are you expecting me to do that? Like, dogs literally trust me. You're saying dogs trust you? Cool, dogs trust me too. Like, dogs wag their tail and I play with dogs all the time. Like, hello. Whenever I see a dog, they always come up to me. Like, I'll just be walking and a dog comes up to me. Dogs can sense when someone's not a good person. Why do you want someone to be an animal abuser so bad? That is weird to me. Situation, here you are still bringing it up. If someone says they're not an animal abuser and they've got receipts, then why are you someone to force animal abusing on someone? If you really cared about animal abuse, then why don't you talk about the people that claim they care about animals but they abuse animals? It's not ASPCA, it's the other one. They take animals out of homes wrongfully. You don't even talk about animal abuse 24/7, so what are you doing? Talk about animal abuse in general? You eat meat, right? You eat meat, but you care about animals. Have you seen how pigs are unalived for you to have the meat? PETA, that's the one. Yes. I'm not here talking about animal abuse. And when I do post stuff about animals. I watched a horrific video that literally replays in my head every day that I wish I never seen. I wish I never watched it, but it was on Instagram, and it was a compilation of animal abuse videos. But in these, it was very, yeah, it was so, and yeah, it was horrible. And I felt bad because some of these were puppies that didn't even know any better, you know, that didn't even know why, like, imagine hurting a puppy. That's sad, you know, right? Like, people, they're, like, nobody talks, and I have posted about that. Nobody talks about the countries that have dog meat slaughterhouses for dog meat because they eat dog meat. That's gross. Like, you ain't talking about that. I've seen people literally go, because I've shared these influencers that go and buy the dogs and save these dogs from those places. Yeah. There was one guy that bought a dog from a dog meat place. And I was like, wow. And it's just so crazy to see, because it's not only that, there's dogs that are being dumped. Like, and literally the animal shelters unalive animals. They don't care about animals. They don't care. Because there is literally, like, the animal shelters, if a dog doesn't get adopted, they put the dog to sleep because they need to make room for other dogs. Like, the shelters are being so fool places. They're like breeding farms that breed a certain breed of dog and sell them for money. And they have these dogs in horrible conditions in tiny little cages, and it's straight animal abuse, and they don't care about the dog's well-being because it's all about making money for them. I didn't throw a cat. Like, what are we talking about, Sims? Did I pick up the cat and throw it? No, I just explained that. It's nothing to do with making a profit off of animals and having them in horrible conditions. Those that are actual breeders, like home breeders, those that I think people say you should go with is it's crazy how it's a double standard. When it comes to animal abuse, then you start defending animal abuse, but you're against animal abuse. How does that make sense? Anyways, I keep saying I gotta watch the show and then I go to sleep. But have a good day or night. Later, I'm getting gifting, watching, and joining the fan club. But I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye, guys. I'm tired.